a sponsor. We're live! Oh my god. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, first of all, let's turn this down so they can hear me. As you can see, Mort has evolved into a Haven. Flora has evolved into a Mort. Mort has evolved into a Haven. For those of you who don't know, this is Haven.
Hi.
She's one of our backfield workers, also known as my daughter.
Yep. I make sure everything's not exploding at all.
She really doesn't. She just goes to her room, sits and reads, and watches YouTube. And not even our YouTube. She just watches YouTube in general.
I check on the YouTube. Excuse you.
I never see you pop in, so I don't know. So, Mort is out. Mort had some family things to do. And that's cool. We're okay with that.
Blanking.
Flora's not here. Flora was supposed to show up and didn't. Probably late, as usual. So we got to discussing it last week, and Corpse Party was fun, and everybody seemed to like it, but we're going to try something new tonight. As you can see, this is not Corpse Party up on the screen. First of all, because we have Haven here instead of the other two girls, we're going to go ahead and just start something new and be exciting, and you'll get to hear her voice, at least for now. Also, this is the one I keep telling y'all about. This is the one that wrote the book.
Yay!
Her book, Facade, should be out sometime in the next 2 months.
Yes.
There will be links everywhere and videos everywhere, and she'll come and we'll put it right here.
Yeah, I'll just walk by randomly,
She's
just holding it up.
Here's my book. Go buy my book.
Subliminal messaging that's not very good.
Completely non-subliminal, subliminal messaging. But no, it'll be fun. She worked really hard on it. It's been a couple of years in the making.
Yes.
Almost dozen years in the making.
I started 7th grade or so.
And she's about to graduate, like, in a couple of years. In, like, a year. So, yeah. So she's been hard at work doing that. And I've been hard at work doing this. And y'all have been hard at work not watching. There's nobody watching. It's okay.
I mean, that's fine. We're just talking to air.
We're just talking to air. I do that a lot, actually.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
used
that
to it
a
at this
lot.
time.
I do that a lot. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh! And the girls aren't here to talk about it, so I get to talk about it with you.
Okay.
One of the universities up north had a open online application for podcast hosts. Basically, you come up with your podcast, you produce it, they give you the equipment, they give you the money, they give you the PR and the marketing. And so we're going to be looking into that, and hopefully people will love us enough to give us money to do this.
That's not a bad opportunity.
I literally am not saying a whole lot more because there's nobody on. This is unusual. We usually have somebody on by this point, but
I mean,
I guess because we're late, people just decided we weren't going to show up.
We're not that late.
No.
We're like...
Well, the problem is I got into that same damn problem with OBS where it would not... it wouldn't capture the screen. So it wouldn't capture the damn game screen. And that is really annoying, and I wish they would fix it, and they're not fixing it, so...
Let me check if we're actually live. Because sometimes that will happen, because why not?
I see Stream House starting soon.
Okay, we are live.
We are live, but are we actually? Yeah, we're showing. YouTube isn't showing the right thing yet.
YouTube is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not according to mine.
According to mine?
Okay, I trust you.
Yes, I follow our YouTube.
I do too on my other account. That's the account I always use for stuff. I'm gonna tweet out that we're live. Maybe people will come watch.
Isn't Super Bowl coming up soon? Could that be the reason?
No, because that'd be on a Sunday.
Okay. I don't know football. I don't know sports.
Football happens on Sunday nights and Monday nights and not Friday nights. I guess they do sometimes, but not right now.
I just knew my high school football schedule and that's it.
Yeah, and that was always Friday night.
Yep. Or Saturday night. Or Thursday night, which I still don't get why they would put it on Thursday.
That's always a bad idea.
Like, all the people that go to the football games are going to be exhausted by the time they get to school the next day. Which is horrible because we have to get up at really early in the morning. And so you're just like, can we sleep at all ever?
No.
No.
Not like you would anyway.
No.
She's a teenage. They don't sleep.
I'm a teenage.
I said what I said. You heard me. You done heard me.
I'm just a teenage. Nothing
You're
else.
just a teenage, not a teenager. You're just a teenage.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So I tweeted.
Wow, Dad.
God, I cannot English tonight.
You're not that old.
This is not good. When I can't English on a night, we're gonna do narrations. Anyway, I tweeted at Streamlabs right before we started, and he thought their response is, "Make sure you updated your graphics drivers and Windows." Okay, I'm a programmer. I update everything almost as soon as I can. You should also be starting Streamlabs as an administrator. I always do. If those don't help, you can also try reinstalling the program using a new installer. So their basic thing is, we have all these complaints. Like, I am not the only one complaining about this. If you go search it online. All these complaints, and their answer is, have you tried turning it off and back on again?
I mean, copy and pasted. Okay, so the thing is, I'm taking a social media marketing class. And we learned about this in class the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
About how to brush off people that have complaints?
Well, the thing is that...
I'm being rude and drinking straight from the bottle.
Yeah. If you can't respond right away, there's a system where they just take the tag that you get from, like, the program we're using and will copy and paste the same response to everyone until you can get to the complaints, which I'm like, that's a bad system. That's a horrible system.
You're basically form lettering complaints.
Yeah.
If you need to speak English, press 1. If you want to speak to a real person, you are effed, dude.
Yeah, basically.
Don't even try. We're not real people here.
Apparently, companies are supposed to keep their DMs open.
We have a live chat at work for one of the parts of our company. We have a live chat, not help desk. Thank all the gods there were. I have a help desk between me and the users, but yes, I took the label off of it so you can't see it's cola. Not sponsored. Hashtag.
Hashtag not spawn.
Hashtag not spawn. You're my spawn. You're my spawn. Spawn of Satan. What was it earlier? We're totally off on another tangent. But we have a live chat where they can leave it on, or then it emails if they're not on.
Yeah.
But anyway, where was I going? Oh, there was a comment earlier today about there's been an ongoing discussion on my Facebook about people modeling nude for art classes. And that devolved into, okay, do what you got to do for money. I mean, there is no shame in it. If you got it, flaunt it, right? And one of the things that was said was, "Oh, okay, now you can go do that." To me, my response was, "Have you seen me?
Actually,
I look like Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Contracted the zombie virus and had a rough couple of years.
okay.
Have you seen this face?"
Actually, that would not be bad for an art class.
Yeah, I mean, they actually, the art class there at your cousin,
Yeah.
the art class at the school she's going to actually sent out a tweet to the RAs, and the RAs sent it to everybody else saying, we're looking for nude and sometimes non-nude models, and we're paying. I was like, do it. Do it.
Do
I
it.
mean, it's not a bad way to make money.
They'll take literally anyone because drawing all types of bodies will be good for anatomy.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Draw anatomy to be good at anatomy.
Oh my god.
Surprise, shock, awe.
Is that how that works?
I have a friend in one of my classes.
You have a friend?
I know, shock, awe.
Shock and awe.
I have a friend in one of my classes that is always watching me draw, and she's just like, "You're so good, I can't draw a stick figure," and I hate that, okay? And she's not watching.
I can't draw a stick figure. I do eyes. I do anime eyes pretty good.
You draw? I remember you used to draw a wolf really well.
Mm.
But I hate when people say that because I'm like, then practice. If you want to be good at drawing, practice.
And I don't know. Some people can do that. Honestly, some people can't draw. They don't have the. I mean, they can. They could draw like Picasso. I guess that works, right?
Picasso has an ugly art style. I'm saying it right here, right now. Don't at me.
Don't at me on this, bro. I'm with her. Picasso was garbage.
Yeah, he really was.
And a lot of Van Gogh's stuff was not great either.
I mean, yeah, Starry Night is really cool to look at, like the brush strokes.
Like the way that's done, yeah.
But like, I don't like a lot of his work.
Like Sunflowers, not my thing. I don't like it.
I haven't seen that one, but
That's basically him and sunflowers.
okay.
Yeah, we're kind of burning time to see if
She'll show up.
Flora's going to show up.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to leave y'all with nothing, even though there's nobody here watching.
There's one viewer.
No, there
No,
actually isn't.
Is that me?
I think that's you or me or somebody.
Am I still logged on? No, I'm not on the channel still. So we have one viewer.
No, we don't. Look. Participants. Moderator. Participants. Moderator.
Oh,
It's just me.
it's just you.
Hi, me. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? You're a little bit crazy. Yes, I know. Shut up. Anyway. So yeah, I want to start streaming a couple of times. If you're watching this afterwards, which some people do, I want to try stream more than once a week. Just random stuff. I play games every day I come home, so I might as well stream for an hour. Maybe get our view count up a little bit. And lots of support from the streaming community on Twitch. All of our Twitter people. Now,
Yeah.
here's my thing. Okay, so I have Twitter set up for the channel, and we go and I participate in these sub for sub things. I come to you, I sub to you, you sub to me. It's a good way to get your channel growing and out there. The problem is, I retweet it. I get all their names out there. I go subscribe to them, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
They don't sub to you. They're like, "Hey, I got my sub," and you can just,
Yeah, that's why I don't like the sub for sub things. It's
We've picked up maybe 4 or 5 people, and I really do appreciate you people. I do. Those of you that are actually following me on Twitter, by the way, it's Argent Leftovers, just like it says up there. It's
plug.
up there. See, it's over there.
Where is it? It's a,
Up.
I don't know cameras apparently.
Up there. But yeah, I mean, we have a Facebook page, and I tell people, "Oh, go share it, go share it." Nothing. It's like I try to do all the marketing I can, and nothing.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is that marketing is boring.
I mean, it's boring. It's not bad. I don't mind marketing. I don't mind getting our name out there. But I mean, in this day and age, unless I want to drop $100 on a commercial on a TV station that nobody's gonna watch and nobody's gonna follow anyway, um, it's hard to get it's hard to get your name out there.
Yeah, but collaboration, stuff like that, and
Howdy,
hi.
Buzz. How's it going, man? Good to see you. You're our first chatter and probably our first not us participant.
Oh yay, not us.
It's not us.
That's always good.
I think everybody turned on, saw that Mort and Flora weren't here, and just dumped off. They were just like, "Oh my God, not that guy." I feel bad because Buzz actually joined Paladins, put my friended me on Paladins, and then I haven't been playing Paladins at all. The season ended, so I took a little break, but I got to get in there and run with Buzz, stream it out. That'd be great. So anyway. Let's see. I'm trying to get a podcast. That'd be neat. They want a pilot. Like, I had to write down all the information on what we wanted to do. And it was like gaming and anime. Because gaming and anime podcasts are kind of few and far between.
Yeah, they really are.
And, this way I wouldn't have to pay for all the promotional material and marketing and come up with all of that.
I really need to get back into doing my anime reviews. Because I have some listed and, like, written out basically, but
yeah, we've thought about a couple, but we haven't done them. We haven't sat down and edited, filmed them, edited them, and everything. And that's the problem is, I get into it and I have to do all the editing, and I'm just like,
yeah. And then sometimes just everything gets so busy, and you're just like, I don't want to do anything.
I'm doing groovy, Buzz, and congrats on the 18.
Yay.
It actually goes pretty fast there at the first. I'm trying to get to 50 something. Dude, I had a guy the other day that I played with that was like a 300 level on Fernando. Like, I can tell he's been playing for years, and that's all he does is play Fernando. He was very good at it. Grover the other day, 54k damage, 54k healing. Holy crap, dude.
Nice.
So we're gonna go pro, right? You and me. I'm just gonna lean on the back of your success. I'll hide behind you. You shoot them, and I'll keep you alive. That's what I do. I'm good at healing. Yeah, I pulled 76k the other day with Maeve, and then that was so sad. It was a multiplayer TDM match, and I pulled top damage, and I'm like, how is that? With Maeve, it's kind of easy because of her, was it street cred? Whatever she has an ability that if you take it, whenever they get down below 30% health, it's an insta-kill. Just, they're dead. Yeah, we'll have to, I'll message you. I'll send you a message. We can kind of collaborate on a time and get it together. Even if I don't stream it, if we just record it, and then I can edit it, upload later.
Oh god, double healers.
Double support. Yeah. I support main on Saris. I'm very good at Saris, but that's because, like, in every game I play, almost, I play a healer. That was my thing in Warcraft for a long time. I was a healer. Final Fantasy, I like to heal. But the only thing I don't heal in is DC Universe Online and Diablo, because Diablo has healers.
And
that's a thing that happens.
You also don't heal in Secret World. I took that job.
I still heal, though. My main character is a healer in Secret World.
Right.
Because he's a claws healer.
I forgot you get the more characters than just the one.
I do, because I'm grandfathered in because I owned the game before. Dude, 107k healing in one match. I'll let you heal me all day. I'll play, I'll tank. I'll frontline it. I'm actually really good with, Ruckus. So I can main on Ruckus. You can heal me. That's what we'll do. We'll just go roll them. We'll get some other people. We'll form an official esports team. Actually, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah?
That would be kind of fun. I have Dreamy there, too. He's good at it. Anyway, so we were going to do Corpse Party because we've been doing Corpse Party. Hey, Slow Cool. But with the girls not here, I don't want to dive into it. So we're going to do this instead. We're going to dive into the Miskatonic. Haven will be playing the part of pretty much every female in the game tonight, and I will be doing all the males, simply because we don't have anybody else.
Beware, my voice may not change between the girls. I am not very good at this.
This is her first time really on camera in front of a live audience.
Second time.
Second time.
Because I played...
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were sitting here with them that one night. So third time.
Third time, yeah. Because I did the stream where I voiced... Doki Doki.
Natsuki?
Yeah.
You played Natsuki?
Yeah, I played Natsuki on the second.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not like anybody noticed because that was complete garbage audio.
That
but,
really was.
Oh, it was terrible. But we'll give her the benefit of the doubt for now. I again will be playing the cook because I like the cook character. This is a game I just bought now. First of all, I am an H.P. Lovecraft fanatic. I love H.P. Lovecraft.
I'm currently reading it. It's very long words.
Very long words. 27 adjectives in one sentence.
King of
Adjectives.
Like, God of commas.
And he doesn't use an Oxford comma, so people can suck it. I am an anti-Oxford comma person. I really am. And if you don't know what that is, boys and girls, go look it up. I'm not telling
you. Explain. Entertain.
Entertain with your explanation of English language. Anyway, so we're going to get started on it. It is, I played a little bit. First of all, I need to make sure that stays where it's supposed to be. No, it does not. Oh my goodness.
Of course not. I really do like the background, though. Like,
what background? And the artwork?
Yeah, the artwork. Background artwork. Same thing, right? Right.
Okay, there we go.
You know, we're gonna get started, and
she's gonna knock, yeah. So this is Marie Peanut Butter. Now, Marie Peanut Butter first is French.
Oh, no.
My daughter hates French.
I don't hate it.
Yes, you do.
I have a distaste for it.
She is not, as far as I'm aware, at the very first of this. I did play through the first maybe 30 minutes of the game, not even that, to kind of get an idea of what... Unlike other times with voice acting, you need to remember, just don't be yourself. So far as I know, she's not the main character. You don't meet the main character until well into Marie's introduction.
Okay.
You'll be doing both of them, so yeah.
I'm going to just be talking to myself. That's fine.
Yeah. You'll be like Mort.
Excuse my horrible French accent.
Bonjour, mon ami. Oh.
Bonjour, children. My name is Marie Peanut Butter, head of the occult science of the Miskatonic University. Ours is the most prestigious institution of dark magic, the occult, and all the strange goodies that live in your peripheral vision. I am here today to tell you a story about the little girl that ruined everything. But ruining everything gives you opportunities to make everything better. Oui, oui. What's that, you ask? Why, I have a giant hand sticking out of my head. Well, that's because I'm French. It's the thing we have. So no funny business, oui? You learn about the strange things people are afflicted with throughout the story.
I'm French, that's why I have a hand in my head.
Sounds fine.
It's totally rational.
After this, you'll think my head is cute and adorable, as you should. But first, let me describe to you the state of the world, prior to the witch girl that ruined everything. Do not fret, you probably know this already, oui? So, you are aware of the giant... So, you... I'm sorry.
Are you gonna be okay?
No.
Okay.
So, you are aware of the giant aliens that we call gods, and the occultists that worship them, no? Then let me tell you. Some worship Cthulhu, the giant man-octopus dragon thing. His god seeks eternal patience, waiting for Cthulhu to come back to them so he can destroy the world. Rude.
You can destroy the Rood. Destroy that Rood!
Oh no, I don't know how to say that name.
Yog-Sothoth.
Yogg-Sothoth.
Yeah, I mean, it's an elder god. Basically, Yog-Sothoth works fine.
Sun worship Yogg-Sothoth, the other dimensional god of knowledge. These smarty brains are trying to build portals to let them come here, but that would destroy the world too. Not so smarty. Most humans, like our witch girl, worship
Shub-Niggurath.
I'm just
Klaatu Barada!
I'm just imagining a giant shrub.
Shrub-Niggurath. Oh, God.
Most humans, like our witch girls, worship Shub-Niggurath, which are known to All-Mother. Even cultists for other gods pray to Shub-Niggurath at the end of their spells and rituals. That is because Shub-Niggurath is the goddess of humanity. Her cults preach love and compassion among everyone. Quite lovely, we? But like our little witch girl, some can be blinded by their desires for harmony. There are some that would take advantage of the naive notion that all humans are loving and good. Not so lovely. Okay, so you know our gods now, we? So let's talk a small bit about humans of the world. Some countries have been more affected than others by the strange happenings of the universe. For example, in Canada. Yetis. Thousands of them. But all Canadians are well prepared. Yeti invasions are considered a national pastime. Bring the family! We'll shoot some Yetis!
It's Weasel Stomping Day.
This is what the French call an English person. Note the sharp teeth, purplish blush, and big ugly face. A couple of decades ago, it was discovered that a huge percentage of the English nobles were actually cannibals, breeding humans in underground caves like livestock. Everyone in England went crazy when it was all found out. Now they're all cannibals too.
Sorry, she says she's on her way, so she should be here momentarily.
Apparently, the Scottish just found it hilarious.
Because they're Scots.
This one is oyster.
Oyster, my boyfriend.
This one is also my boyfriend. No touching his ugly face. We? These little fellas are called Australians. When the Sawgrass left Antarctica, they came across a big island filled with lovely, delicious humans. But these humans did not want to be devoured, and even when half dissolved in the Sawgrass bellies, the humans would punch and kick and smash bottles inside of them, making the Sawgrass very uncomfortable. So instead of trying to eat them, the Sawgrass formed a cute little symbiotic relationship with the Australians, giving them immortality in exchange, less punchy, so the little Shanes and Shelleys can happily booze and barbecue away for all of eternity.
Shanes and Sheilas.
Okay. This is an American, not the city haircut and gigantic bum. Specifically, this is an American that our story revolves around. This little witch girl that ruined everything. How can you tell she's a witch? Why, there's many clues. Example, the pasty skin, the symptoms of spending her days asleep and nights dancing naked in the rain with her coven to conjure strange hexes. Also, the little black choker thing. It's the closest thing to uniform they get. Also, she does not wash. Suddenly has to change.
I mean, we can stop and wait for Flora to get here.
It's fine. Are you gonna make me look like a dumbass in this story? Because it's only like 20% of my fault. Our story begins with the smelly dumbass being briefed on the university's secret protocols, after just being hired as a security guard for the occult science building. But on her first assignment, she discovers that not all is as seems in this prestigious school. Thanks, nutsack.
Now, Miss Lestrange, you understand that as a security agent, your off-site assignments are to be kept in the strictest confidence, even from other members of faculty and especially the students.
Aha.
You also understand that as a security agent, you'll be in very real danger, both from physical harm and mental corruption. You understand that your body is subject to mutation at any point during your employment and residence in Arkham.
Rad.
And finally, you understand that as a University of Occult Science, you are obliged to assist us with research regarding your supposed magic eyes, and failure to comply will result in your immediate dismissal.
Sure.
Well then, Miss Lestrange. Welcome to the Miskatonic University.
Awesome. I would say creepy, but okay.
Okay. So we're going to pause there. I'm going to run, and hopefully we will be right back in about 5 or so, maybe 10 minutes. We'll be right back. And she did herself up like Mort tonight.
I have to be more okay.
Just pout.
I can't smile.
Don't smile. Everything is wrong when you smile.
You're already smiling.
Okay, well, you get a smiley Mort today. I know it's blasphemous.
Just deal with it. It's Flora.
Yeah.
Flora is Mort, so deal with it. Okay, I can't remember if he's supposed to be British or not, so I'm just gonna say not. Ah, you must be the new security guard, Charlotte, right?
I'm a security guard?
Yes. In the occult sciences school.
Alright then. Yep, that's me.
Great. I'm Johnny, head of internal security. I'll be giving you a tour of the building. You'll be patrolling and then I'll show you your quarters. Ready to go?
Sure.
Well, you'll be working here in the occult science building. You're a witch, right? Have you dabbled in occult science?
Well, I'm pretty good at the occult stuff, though mostly I use it for errands and favors for folks. Plus a few hexes, curses, blights, just to keep up that witchy appearance. Blood into jam, bones into sponge cake, cat into mush, phallus into tiny screaming vestigial face. Normal stuff.
Well, we do things a little differently here this way. I'm going to hit the microphone.
Hit the microphone.
I'm going to hit the microphone because I'm trying to readjust the microphone now that everybody's here. We're all on top of our game.
Oh, hi, Buzz.
Yes, Buzz is here. He says hello, Flora. Hello.
Awesome.
This is the Ethereum, where our students can perform experiments on the Necronomicon. The creature acts as a shield to the outside world, keeping any experiments sterile and quarantining any unexpected summonings.
Hi.
Hello. We didn't know it could do that.
Did you try talking to him?
You are gonna provide some much needed common sense around here, Charlotte.
Oh dear.
This building also houses the Corporeum, a surgical theater where our students can perform vivisections and autopsies on otherworldly creatures. Speaking of which, this is Eddie, one of our monster hunters. Thanks to him, our Corporeum professors have been able to gather more information on living horrors than any other time in university history. The trick is to figure out where its face is, and then commence repeated punching. Who's the new girl? This is Charlotte Lestrange, a witch from the Chesuncook Coven. She'll be working security for the building.
Hi.
Looking after us rascals, huh? Well, just give me a clip around the back of the head if you see me slacking off, and I'll get back to work. Big stuff.
I have been known to whip some ass with my big muscles.
There you go. Come around the chop shop. You want to see what me and the lads have wrangled up the other day. You witches like nightmares, right?
Sure. Well, the fun ones anyway. Like when your teeth fall out and you smooth them off with sandpaper to make a lovely necklace. Or when you're running down a corridor in slow motion with a bunch of hands coming out of the carpet and grabbing your ankles, and you finally stop to ask them what they want, and it turns out your shoelaces were untied and they were just super concerned for your safety. Or when you're at school and you stand up in class, but you forgot your pants and you're embarrassed, but everyone compliments your butt.
The Ethereum and the Necronomicon in one sentence. What? Did the cable guy write this? Well, you're a bloody weird one, Charlotte, so you'll fit right in here. Don't let my sister catch wind of you. She won't leave you alone. You telling stories like that. And here's our curator of the Corporeum, Miss Marie Peanut Butter. She used to be a void shaman from Paris before coming to work with us.
As fun as the void is, my true passion lies in discovering how things work. At least when they are dead.
Groovy. What's a void shaman?
You know the dark thoughts you have sometimes for seemingly no reason. The ones that tell you to jump at the edge of a cliff or rob the bank when cashing a paycheck or drop kicking a grandma through a stained glass church window at a funeral.
Oh yeah, I get those all the time.
Well, those are not your thoughts. A few hundred years ago... No.
A few hundred years ago, the French aristocracy's way of life was so decadent and wind-filled. Their unbridled sauciness only went and summoned a bloody hedonism god. Damn thing lives under the Paris catacombs. Communicates telepathically with people all over the world, urging him to give in to their darkest whims. French get the worst, of course, so these there shamans take it upon themselves to do dark deeds so the rest of France doesn't have to. Must be a right giggle.
At least as my last act as a shaman before coming here, I took all my clothes off, covered myself in lemon cake and green food coloring, and terrorized a local village as a delicious swamp monster.
That sounds like fun.
I quite enjoyed that one.
Shall we press on with this tour?
Sure. Bye, you guys. So, not to be rude, but judging from the bandaged up arms and the sick eye scar and the terror lines in your hair, I'm getting the impression that security work here is, a little dangerous.
Oh, no, not for you at least. The Occult Sciences building is probably the safest on campus. Somebody pick.
Because if something went wrong in this building, we'd all be too dead to notice.
Don't listen to her. She's just a little jealous that the new girl gets the cushy gig while she's stuck in the math department.
What happens in the math department?
What doesn't happen in the math department? There's nothing so cold, so unforgiving, so dark as the mathematicians. The universe is not but an equation, they shriek behind their burnt hair and sludge-tainted cardigans. One that can be solved.
Oh, God.
But how do you solve the equation of a dozen screaming children's being ingested by a black swirling chasm of teeth and clawing hands opened at the far end of the classroom by one of their damnable equations?
Sounds like geometry.
Damn you, young Henry. Carry that damn too. So, let's carry on with the tour. Next up is the library.
Awesome! My favorite.
Each building hosts a small library dedicated to researching and documenting the subject that the building's students are studying. Here in the Occult Sciences building, we keep an original copy of the Necronomicon, as well as the translated copies for our foreign exchange students.
That's a lot of knowledge.
Ah, and here's our librarian, Charlotte. Meet Miss Emily Saccharin.
Hola, blah.
Hi, I love your mask. I didn't know you guys had a Shoggoth here, and a tame one too.
Oh, Emily isn't a Shoggoth. She just had a small accident with the Necronomicon a while ago. Ended up like this. But our occult scientists learn an awful lot about what happens with these tomes of black knowledge when you spill your soy no whip ice caramel macchiato 2 shots hazelnut on them.
Huh. Sure looks a Shoggoth. Purple, gooey, moderately adorable with a hint of terrifying.
Well, that's the Necronomicon for you. It's funny, spilling a non-fat frappuccino with extra whipped cream and chocolate sauce just turns you into a puddle of loose bones and blood. Still, hasn't stopped Emily from performing her duties, eh, Emily? Now, shall we press on?
Okay, nice to meet you, Emily.
Charlotte, this is Lizzie of Dunwich, our Yog-Sothoth consultant. She's taught us quite a lot about the outer dimensions during her time here. Lizzie, Charlotte's on the new security witch. I need a high-pitched voice for this.
Me?
Yeah, do it
Oh,
high-pitched.
Are you the sort of witch that does the naked in the rain? Or the sort of witch that does the lucky charms and the big hats? The rain kind. You and me are gonna get along. Yeesh! So, how come I can't... What are you? I'm a Lizzie. What are you? No, I mean, why do you look like a shadow? Or like part of my eyeball has stopped working? It's 'cause humans can't see 'cause they're all afraid of me and my sister's appearances. Everything else can see me. This is why doggies are all tucked tails whenever I go near them.
Lizzie is an example of a mental phenomenon found only in humans known as cerebral voiding. It's a trick by the brain to preserve the sanity of its carrier. When a person comes across sights too horrible to comprehend, their brain refuses to render it, instead showing a black silhouette in place of the sight itself. Essentially, instead of Lizzie's insanity-inducing true form, your brain is protecting you by showing you a shadow instead.
Great. But I saw that interviewer no problem. The guy whose face was just teeth and gums, and the girl with the hand sticking out of her head, and Emily the librarian.
Yep. Lizzie and her Dunwichian sisters are in a league of their own when it comes to horrific appearances. We sent a lot of students to the asylum trying to figure her out.
That is awesome. Yeesh.
Here's our head of catering, Miss Roth. She can cook anything with 3 or more legs.
Yum. Hi.
Oh, look it, you witches. All skin and bones. You just let one of my little gremlins know what fills your tongue and I'll whip it right up.
What's the humanity dish for today?
Dave from accounting, my dearest.
Ooh, pork sandwiches. Lummy.
We employ a small staff of cannibals from England. Eddie in the Corporium and Annie being the 2 of them. They only eat fresh accidental deaths, with the family's consent. Usually.
Oh, I get it. Humanitarian. It's funny.
Well, once you are done with Johnny's little tour, let me know, and I'll make you breakfast.
You're making her breakfast? Let me have those portions. We'll make...
Start over.
I
You missed a few words that were kind of important.
I can't see things. I'm blind, I guess. You're making her into breakfast? Let me have the arts portion. We'll make steak and kidney pie. Big ol' witch rump.
You ain't eating no rump steak, Annie. Your little heart's got poor old Dave.
Aw, come on. At least let me have her ugly feet, eh? Nice and lean, covered in flavor. All internally useless. Look at them, all the way down there.
When I'm done with them.
Great. Let me get a little appetizer, eh? A little lick between the toesies. Pre-bunch snacklet. How about it?
Don't encourage her, dear. She'll be crawling all over me till your feet fall off.
My bad.
Speaking of cannibals...
I guess I'll do it.
Go for it.
Good morning, Miskatonic. This is your favorite morning announcer, Mindy in the morning, bringing you Miskatonic morning announcements as and when I see fit. It's currently 2:30 in the afternoon, so let's get it started. Those of you students that have volunteered for submerged necromantic mutation testing that has unfortunately been called off by Professor Baxter on the grounds that the school swimming pool is now alive. Lunch today will be turgid and depressing. And with the owner of the White, children, please report to the reception office. It's currently being towed.
Who was that?
That's Mindy, the morning announcer.
Does she do that a lot?
Perpetually. Well, you seem pretty comfortable around this stuff, Charlotte.
Oh, I grew up in Maine. I grew up in Maine. Not as many mutated folks, but they make up for it with all the goofy supernatural happenings.
Hi, Johnny. Thirst has been looking for you.
Hey, thanks, Chasm. Come on, Charlotte. I gotta make a quick stopover.
What happened to her?
Oh, that's Chasm, one of our portal diver team. They usually work out of Dunwich, coming back to write reports on their expeditions. When they come back, of course. So, let me make a quick stop and I'll show you to your room.
Oh, good God. Ah, Johnny. So this is the strange girl, the crumbler, the ruiner.
Wow, look at this guy. I like how your coat melts into the floor.
Yeah, this is her. Charlotte, this is Dr. Thirst Valentine, a head of occult sciences and the discoverer of residual evil. His work taught the university about the lingering nature of documenting malicious entities. Essentially, he figured out why seemingly innocuous writings can summon horrific creatures or cast terrible curses.
It is why the books bleed.
That's cool. I had a book that kept growing teeth and screaming and whatnot. It was my diary, though.
Excellent. I shall inform my colleagues of your arrival. We will merrily indulge in the popcorn. Ta-ta.
No.
I like him.
You know, you've come highly recommended, Charlotte.
Oh yeah? By who?
Charlotte! I can't believe they finally hired my tiny baby monster!
Rummin? What are you doing here?
Got me gainful employment teaching the kids about old school dark magic, none of this occult science in my class. What they got you teaching?
Oh, you know, I'm in security. Keeping folks safe, wandering the halls, swinging a comically large keychain, bopping folks on the head with a flashlight, top secret missions, stuff like that. Pretty on point hiring selection if you ask me.
Yeah, safety, that's definitely a key word when I think of Charlotte Lestrange and her magical eyeballs.
Hey, those cats turned inside out on their own. I sneezed. Hush your gums.
Well, speaking of cosmic abominations, I gotta go teach a bunch of 18-year-olds how to turn blood into peanut butter by dancing in the rain.
Oh my goodness.
You're going to love it here, Charlotte. The Miskatonics is one of the biggest like-minded communities, all working towards making the world a better place, just like our coven. Come find me when you got some time off.
There was nothing cosmic about him, Rummin. They were just cats with their bones on the outside. They got better.
So, you two are in some kind of cult.
Sort of. We're witch cultists of Shub-Niggurath. Essentially, we believe that since the universe is filled with crazy, awful bullshit, that humans should be nice and loving to each other. Some of us, like the cult of the Black Sun, have these awesome bake sales for their neighbors, whereas others, like the cult of Loveliness, hunt and slaughter encroaching monsters to protect their hometowns. We're sort of like goth Girl Scouts.
What about you witches?
We take all our clothes off and dance in the rain. Typical witchy stuff. But we use black magic to do nice things for the townsfolk. Body snatching breech birth babies to make them crawl out of their mom. Summoning fixer pixies when a guy's leg falls off. Using transmutation circles as portals for when the trash collectors want a week off. Stuff like that.
Wait a minute. The cult of the Black Sun does bake sales, and the cult of Loveliness are monster hunters. What, does the cult of Kill, Murder, Death plant gardens or something?
Oh, you mean the cult of fetid retribution? No, those guys deliver meals to old ladies.
And what was that about magic eyes?
Oh, don't worry about that. I just do this.
Okay,
Alrighty then.
good to know.
It's not clickable.
I-
Can't do anything.
That's great.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Charlotte.
Mm.
I was taking a drink, damn it.
And sometimes weird stuff happens in people's minds. Usually they forget something or get an eye twitch. Long as I don't use it on little animals, it's pretty harmless.
Okay, so let's keep going. This is your room. A little tight, but the lunch lady's bringing security guys breakfast every day. I'll let you get settled. Then you can explore your patrol route until Bob gives you your first assignment.
It's perfect. Thanks, Johnny. Okay, I better go familiarize myself with my patrol route.
So it does have a little bit of transit style clicky click, but
Mhm.
Hello again. It's time for a quick tutorial, we? You're about to enter what's called the patrol mode, when you're allowed to freely investigate the good science building. Use your mouse to click characters to initiate conversations or doorways to move to other places in the building. Charlotte's patrol will always start here outside her room. And if you want to save the game, hit the little GOG button on the right side of the screen. Give it a try. And don't forget to visit me at the Corporium, we? I am the tutorial girl.
you are the tutorial girl. Upside down cannibal girl.
Hello, Spooky. How's your feet?
Why the fascination with my feet, Annie? Surely the juiciest stuff for cannibals is like the brain or whatever.
Oh, no. Can't eat brain, my lovey. Eating brains is what gives you shingles.
Shiggles? What's the shiggles?
Shits and giggles, then goes to sneeze. You make it shiver and laugh uncontrollably while you lose control of your body. Then you die. Had a friend who had it back at home. Significantly less hilarious than it sounds.
That sucks, man.
Yep, and now that I'm all inconsolable and the only way to cheer me up is to give me a bite of one of your giant bums.
Damn it, Annie, you almost have me feeling like you weren't a complete ass.
I don't need that complete arse. Just have a chica most.
Okay, that was pretty clever.
I'm here all week. Did I forget her voice immediately? Yes, I did.
You're the new security girl, right? I'm Nico Day, archivist of the Occult Science Building. Feel free to tell me your deepest and darkest.
Okay. I left school when I was 9 to become a witch, and quietly hope that schools don't teach people anything important past that.
Interesting. And they do, by the way. Quite a bit.
Oh. Well, shit.
Don't listen to him if you can't count and spell. Everything else is optional. Roger Cavendish, Chief Medical Officer. And what does that tell you?
You can do more than count and spell, right, Doctor?
Well, a few things. Bringing people back from the brink of a terrible baphometic death, creating vaccines for supernatural diseases. Have you ever seen a prosthetic tentacle?
Oh my god.
Don't get him started on his damn prosthetic tentacle. Any more little nuggets of secrecy, Charlotte?
Okay, here's a fine one. People think that I cock my hips all the time because it's a shove niggurath witch coven thing, when really it's because I'm secretly very proud of my butt. It's a good butt. Rest of me sucks, but it's a damn good butt.
On behalf of all cannibals, I thank you for sharing this with the world.
You're welcome.
Okay. I forgot her voice already.
You can't do that.
I know. So I'm studying for a class that's like the astronomy guy, right? And substituting means time watching documentaries in the lecture hall.
Slow down.
And everyone's watching this thing, and it's like the closest star to our solar system is about 4.5 light years away. And you thought I would feel lonely. And I'm like, why would you assume that? Why would you assume that literally every person who watches this thing? I grew up in a coven surrounded by spell-slinging psycho bitches, and now I'm working in a university. I salivate at the concept of loneliness.
I wonder if they say that in nature documentaries too, trying to make weird animals relatable.
Yeah, and you thought sprayed pungent urine at attacking predators.
You thought you sprayed pungent urine at attacking predators.
And you thought you had a projectile tongue that was sticky at the end so you could catch cute bugs.
And you thought you had four-headed penis.
What the F has a four-headed penis?
Echidnas.
Echidnas. Maybe girl echidnas are the whole Eldritch Horror kink. Guy can just gotta step their game up and turn their peens into horrifying nightmares.
I have no argument for this.
How can you argue with that? What?
Four-headed peni.
Ah, it's the new security. Annika Silverstein, Alien Theology.
Caleb Wakenshaw, fun pun enthusiast.
Charlotte Lestrange, badass witch cop. So, what happened to the last security guy? Are they on sick retirement adventures?
Last I heard, he landed in Aruba. Then the rest of him landed in Cancun.
Yes, quite tragic. Entire occult science building exploded, leaving only a crater, oddly filled with indentations of the faces of the workers and students who were in there. That was before our time, of course.
Since we're alive and whatnot.
Huh. But there's, like, protections from that happening again, right?
Oh yeah, they put a sneeze guard in.
Exactly. Right. Well...
Good way to end the conversation. Good talk.
Good talk.
Do you know? Do you know, before it was completely abandoned, Innsmouth desperately tried to become a tourism town, tried to focus on aquarium circuses, gift shops, and freak shows featuring leftover deep ones. I happen to be named the most attractive deep hybrid in every weekly beauty contest.
Huh. You don't look like a deep one.
That's probably why I kept winning.
What about the chick with the gun?
Chick with the gun?
We just talked to her.
No, the one on top. No,
Oh.
that one. Is that a person?
No,
okay.
that's a poster.
That's a
I was
poster.
just checking. I don't know. You never know in shit like this.
Yeah,
oh,
moving
hey,
through
look,
the
more
door.
people. Okay.
There's so many people.
All right, we're gonna start on the other side now. Whoa!
A fun trick of the black magic users of the old days was to write how-to spellbooks that, simply by reading them, would cast a curse that the reader was trying to learn on the reader themselves. Fiendish but funny, according to them. What happened to your eye holes? How to throw ethereal fire directly into someone's eyes.
I ate the last security guard with some father beans and a nice Chianti.
Luckily, it was just the Cliff Notes version.
Cliff Notes. Saving every student ever.
Oh, my classes are at 7 a.m. Got any ideas for a book that'll help me wake up in the morning? You'll want internalized zombification in the necrology aisle. All the benefits of being a zombie without the drawbacks of looking like a corpse. Though your intestines will occasionally fall out of your butthole.
Uh-huh. They must have a book for everything. Though I'd take coffee over scooping intestines back into my butthole. Maybe that's just me.
I'm sorry, this is funny as shit.
I know, this is hilarious. Oh, we can go in the hallway or out the door.
Hallway.
Hey, Emily, do you guys have any books on advanced witchcraft? I want to keep fresh while I'm here.
Oh, no.
I'll take that as an, of course we do, Charlotte. Have you seen the size of this goddamn library? We've got books that ain't even been written yet.
Yeah.
The Science of Rain Dancing by Professor Anna Undercarriage. Huh, guess maybe I'll fit in here a little better than I thought. I've been doing science all this time. Much like electricity, the human body acts as a conductor of magical energy intrinsic in the air of regions of high concentration. This effect is exacerbated with wet skin, leading to many witch cults dancing naked in the rain in order to conjure spells effectively. Indeed, it seems paranormal encounters seem more frequent when it's raining, or in regions of the world where rain is frequent. The witch cults of Seattle and Scotland are considered incredibly powerful and fearsome, though this is simply due to their geographical advantage. Would they to be taken away from their home deluges, they would be simply as effective as their new weather permits them to be. Ha! Sick burn!
Hello, Wobbly. What you reading there?
Nothing, just some stuff about witches. You wouldn't get it.
Nah, probably not. That's too cool and magical for a dumb old cannibal like Annie. No place like ugly old purple blood, like poor old dumb old cannibal Annie. Poor dumb Annie.
Well, hey, come on. I didn't mean it like that. Hey, next time it rains, I could teach you a few tricks. How about it? Get you a pet frog, give it a couple extra eyes. What do you say?
That sounds like fun. But can I make a suggestion?
Sure, I guess.
Rather than rain, can we dance around like in buffalo sauce? I think I want a little zing when I bite your bum.
Damn it, Annie. Why don't you go bug someone else?
Because you're the only one that finds it funny.
There's a difference between laughing at something because it's funny and laughing at something because it's ridiculous.
Most folks run away from folks like me. They seem to take threats being devoured quite seriously.
And there's nothing I like more than watching you run away, Charlotte.
Ah, you beat me to it.
Yeah. See you around, Annie.
Boop. Oh, that's a poster. Snake arms. Militia Belial.
Okay. So what's with the puppets?
Okay. We help her talk with unfamiliar people on unfamiliar subjects. One must become more familiar with us in order to become more familiar with her.
Spent a little too long in psychology department, huh? I've heard researching all the dark psychiatries can rub off on people.
Psychiatrics.
I can't read.
And you spent a little too long in engineering to not know when someone's pulling your leg. So working and studying in certain buildings has a residual effect? I wonder what effect working in the occult science building has on witches. I hope I don't start taking a chalkboard to my coven's dance rituals. No one wants to know the angle of rotation on one of my sick freeballing pirouettes.
I would. That would be interesting.
Oh, Annie, we'll bite your fanny. Sounds like an old song. Especially given the connotation of what fanny is anywhere but the U.S.
Wait, what is it anywhere but the U.S.?
Let's just say when I told my Australian friend I was going to smack her fanny, she was not really offended, but very confused.
Not a fan.
I mean, she kind of was, but...
Ahem.
Moving along!
So, hey, why do so many people have tentacles coming out of their back?
Have you ever faced the bapho-necrotic explosion head on?
No, can't say that I have.
Neither has anyone else. First rule of bapho-necrotic explosions. Turn away from the bapho-necrotic explosion. Well, I guess the first rule would be don't cause a goddamn bapho-necrotic explosion, but people can't seem to help break in that one.
You can probably tell from the lack of extra limbs, but I have no idea what a bapho whatever actually is.
It's the process of deliberately caving in an artificial portal through our dimension to stop extra-dimensional entities from getting out. It's a last resort, since usually there are teams of portal divers still inside, but hey, better than the end of the world, huh?
I guess. Hey, maybe you guys should try transmutation circles. That's what us witches use when we need to summon creepy stuff, and none of my coven have any weirdo tentacles. All you need is chalk, a little blood, some candles.
And a complete disregard for pence. Yes, we've all been taught the witch method, but the scientific method reduces the element of randomness, increases the size and duration of portals to allow for human entry, and best of all, you get to keep your clothes on.
So science is magic plus underwear? Huh.
Oh, we didn't even get to talk to the little one.
Hey, Lizzie, what you got there? Grilled cheese! It's the best human invention. Everyone says so.
Mac and cheese is better.
Everyone? Like, everyone in the university? Everyone in this dimension. This Migo, the Githians, the Starspawn, Chthonians, and someone makes one for him, the homeworld elder things. Even Yogg Sothoth likes one now and again. Really? Not like the internal combustion engine. Not penicillin, the telephone? Light bulbs? Eyeglasses? Great big trains? Microscopes? Nah, we don't need any of that. So, humanity, for all its achievements, all the love and loss, all the wars, all the technology and innovation, all the art and culture, everything we've done, and we're considered by the rest of the universe as those guys that make a mean grilled cheese.
Mostly harmless.
Huh. I don't know how to feel about that.
Hey, if you can feed them grilled cheese and they won't kill you, then that's fine.
Right? That's good motivation. Oh, goodness.
Studying at the Miskatonic is a huge opportunity, and there's so few monster hunters in my hometown. I think my job prospects in the future are pretty bright.
Pardon my neighbors who can't lay off their goddamn horns. Oh, okay. It does come with a few drawbacks, though. You're not likely to finish our studies exactly the same species as you started.
Well, hey, at the very worst, I'm pretty sure this place could always use more freaky ass teachers.
Door? Door.
Yeah.
Big door, little door.
Little door.
Big door, little door.
I was gonna say big door, but little door.
The big door.
Okay. Nothing out there for me. My jurisdiction's right here.
Congratulations on picking the wrong one.
Aw, damn. Although patrolling the whole university would probably be good for the old leg muscles. Get all toughened up in case of any sick monster attacks.
Can't be standing there. Can't stand a lean meat myself. Much prefer pressed ham.
Mm. Stop trying to make me laugh, Annie. It ain't gonna work.
Oh God, it's all me. That dude's got a brain on his head, so we're gonna talk to him first.
Just a small word of advice from the biology department.
To the biology
To
department.
the biology department and from the biology department. You can't stick a dog and a war veteran in a centrifuge and rejigger the mush into living being. And everyone say hello to the world's first werewolf. There's clearly a reason I'm not down there with you guys. Aside from, the carnage it would cause.
Hey, you guys hear that? Goddamn werewolf. You guys want to check it out? We're not done here, Mike. Gotta get the incinerator going before we can knock off. Connor's right. First we burn whatever nightmares that Corporium's working on. Then we can go gawk at whatever nightmare that biology department's working on. They got their own burners after all.
I always thought you had to get bit by a werewolf to become a werewolf. Then again, why would any werewolf stop at one bite and not just eat whatever it was biting? Maybe that's why we don't have zombie plagues anymore.
Anymore. Small room first. Oh, good Jesus.
Wow. So
I'm never going to remember all these voices. It's just not going to happen.
No.
I already feel that the first time I had to change a voice. Essentially, you just need to maintain your resources, spending them on village and stats upgrades. But village upgrades give passive benefits to both villages, so you need to be careful that you're not helping the other team in their village.
See? That's where I went wrong with my first game. After I constructed a breeding pit, the other village gained enough population resource to speed their building and foraging processes.
Huh. What the shit are they talking about?
I don't know.
Clash of Clans for demons?
So, after you've drawn from the encounter deck, if what you draw is a monster, pick from the monster deck. Then you can choose to fight or flee. If you fight, compare your player card's ferocity stat with the monsters and add a d6 to both stats to determine whether you win or lose. If you want to flee, it's the same process with the liquidity stat. Once you've returned to the village board, you can add your successful foraging tokens to the village's stockpile. Whatever team successfully builds their village first wins, or whatever team's village runs out of food, materials, or population resources loses.
And do I have to go by my in-game name too?
Couldn't hurt. They must be talking about some sort of board game. Never played one before. Not many places to put the board when you're off dancing in the woods with nothing but a smile on. And nowhere to keep the pieces.
Nowhere? Okay.
It's Groot.
I am Groot.
Emo Groot.
Emo Groot. Female Groot.
Oh, it's a female?
How do you know?
Raina.
Oh.
Her name is Raina.
What's unique about our planet is that all the plants and animals share a universal language, or a sort of collective consciousness, guiding things like migratory patterns, blooming seasons, what is predator and what is prey. things like that. It also acts as a conductor of the emotions of organic life. A flower is plucked, the garden screams. A cow is slaughtered, the whole herd weeps. Humans seem to have lost its ability over the last 100,000 years, and those few that can hear it go mad with the knowledge of it. Just so you know, the planet is very upset with you humans.
Guess I better go apologize to my bagel.
Oh man, I hope that ain't true. As a witch cultist of a love goddess, I should probably be spreading the love to everyone, not just humans.
Everything.
Everything. Whoops. And I've eaten a whole lot of burgers. You want to go back and look at the other one?
Back here and look at this.
Yeah. Oh man, look at this sick awesome thing.
That tough stuff is a colony of cuttleworms, complete with the bloody spinal cord of their human host.
They like to lay their little eggs in city water pipes, and once consumed, they attach to the spinal columns of their host, eventually controlling their every move. Sort of like zombies, except a lot more screaming and begging for that weak, very interesting species.
That's a deceptively adorable name for the worst thing ever.
I bet the boy is a tenor that could yank the spine out of the poor sod's mouth. It turns out the worms form a rock-solid grip on the host's brain while they're plotting him, piloting him. Fingers here is gonna give him a prod, see if she can't get him to let go of the bugger's melon meat. Oh, here we go.
Excuse me, I had a dark thought encouraging that I slip my wrist. Take out the trousers and play with your bum like a...
Play your bum like the bloody bongos. She's never gonna get through that. I'm just gonna go ahead and move along.
Thank you.
Probably better use spare blood, huh?
Celery.
Ah, big strong man helping out little daddy's sadistic madness. Little lady.
Whew.
We're never getting through this game this way.
Ah, big strong man helping out little lady's sadistic madness. Cute. Alright, I guess the middle or the other one. Hello again. How's it going?
Can't complain.
Sounds like Igor.
So, you're the one who taught the Ethereum to talk, huh?
I guess, but I think he knew already. Hi, I'm...
Wait, let me figure it out. Layer of grime over the extremities. So, you're aware of the mutagenic atmosphere and have applied a home remedy. So, you're local to New England, but no real accompanying stench, other than that of dead flowers, so you're often with other people. Mild wobbling at the touch indicates a lack of exercise, but the very dirty boots mean you're outside in the rain a lot. Judging by the short black skirt and choker, you're an active worshipper of Shub Niggurath, the goddess of love and humanity. And, combining the grime, wobbliness, smell, and outfit, you must therefore be a member of the Chesuncook Witch Coven.
Wow, exactly. Although they were just observations, so what's with the creepy tentacles?
This is as close to a handshake as I get.
Oh, well, enchanté. So, what's your deal?
Oh, I'm Jessica Morgan. I'm the record keeper for experiments performed on the Necronomicon, though I was a detective before my arms got all noodled.
How do you keep records if you can't control your arms? With a handshake like that, how do you hold a pen?
What do you mean? I have perfect control of my arms.
Oh. Well, it was nice meeting you. See you later, Ethereum.
Bye, Spooky. I love the Ethereum. I love him. Oh my god!
They just keep going.
Just keep swimming.
I only have so many vocal cord configurations. Jesus, we'd have a whole fucking group of people do this one. And we'd still run out of fucking voices. Okay. More tentacle arms.
Do those wormy things act as your arms? That's pretty groovy.
Yep. And the thing to remember that the occult shenanigans is that most of these things are monsters are just really ugly animals and animals that can be trained.
Cool. How'd you train them?
Traditional combustion of treats and
Combustion? That is not what that word says.
Okay, why can't I not read today?
I don't know.
Traditional combination of treats and mild punishments. As a treat, I let them keep one of my arms. As a punishment, I headbutt the shit out of them. And now they never leave mommy's side. Don't have to command them for the easy stuff.
What counts as easy stuff when training floating worms to act as replacement arms?
Oh, cooking, cleaning, getting change, all the essentials. You should see me play the trombone. Kind of figured she was a trombonist.
Varlam Nikitovich Mergailen. There are several benefits to having every eternal organ replaced by half-sentient liquid slurry. For example, you wouldn't believe how much of your brain is dedicated to simply maintaining the automatic processes of your body. With this slime, my brain is now free to fully ponder the questions of the universe.
Well, I gotta admit, you're putting a good spin on this. Still, having to carry a handkerchief around to mop the incorrigible slime out of my eye sockets is a drawback.
That looks like a Shaggy that was bit by a zombie and then had a rough couple of days.
Years.
Decades.
Forget hygiene. You're at the Miskatonic. If you only trailing black slime, you're practically cleaning the place up.
Nothing gets an occult scientist down, I guess. Though, wouldn't his brain also be replaced by the goo?
Grin! Sorry. Who's the hot chick?
The geography building has probably the least dangerous lessons on campus, but also has the highest security. Can't have the public figure out where the Plateau of Lang is, or worse, Rylia. Why not? You know how some people can't help but get close as they can to the scene of a car crash? Imagine that car crash being a centralized supernatural apocalypse based in the Pacific Ocean. Folks would climb over each other to check that out. Yeah, I guess. I bet it looks pretty radical.
Pardon me. This is Bob's office, by the way.
Why are people just standing around in socks?
So, what's with folks changing their names for that board game people are talking about?
Ruh-roh, you'll never find Scooby now.
It's to make the consequences of the game seem more real. A lot of people need to escape from work or their studies, and the game's a good way to do that.
Huh. You think I could play with you guys when I've got some time off or whatever?
Depends. What's your in-game name gonna be?
Thrust Powerful. Badass Barbarian saving sick wenches or whatever.
Nope. Bye.
Better than everyone else's dumbass names. Whatever, who'd want to play a game where Thrust Powerful the Badass Barbarian sounds non-canon anyway?
Thrust powerful. Good afternoon, Charlotte. Are you ready for your first assignment?
Sure, lay it on me.
Excellent. The Miskatonic has small research outposts located all over the world, dedicated to collecting and relaying occult data back to the university via radio. One such outpost is in New Orleans, where you'll be going.
Okay, what happened in New Orleans?
We're not sure. Our researcher is supposed to relay daily radio messages back to us, but hasn't checked in for several days. Your task is to go to the outpost and knock on the door. If he's there, ask why he hasn't been relaying data. If he's not, return and tell us.
That's it? Knock on the door?
Exactly. Under no circumstances are you to enter the outpost. just knock and leave.
Okay, so how do I get there?
After a few, disasters, the government demanded that the Miskatonic's experiments be completely sealed off from the outside world. As a result, every outpost in the country is interconnected by these tunnels. Help stop transporting creatures running off into the wilderness, see?
Spooky. So I'm walking to New Orleans?
Oh no, of course not. You have a driver.
Hi! Hey, Lizzie. Looks like driving down this spooky ass tunnel system together. Yeesh! New Orleans is not too far in straight lines. Should get there lickily split.
Have fun, you two, and remember, don't go into the outposts.
Okay. See you later, Johnny. Guess this is the place. Huh, that's weird. Door's open. So? Well, the mission is to knock on the door, see if anyone's in, and then leave. If the door's open, something bad might have happened. Like what? I don't know. Could be anything. Maybe they're out of banana bread. Maybe someone's pregnant and they've gone to get a doctor. Maybe Cthulhu cultists have invaded to have a sick hoedown. Maybe they're pregnant with a Cthulhu cultist banana bread baby. We should check it out. Supposed to be automarized to go into outposts. Done witches and witches are for knocking on doors, not poking around outposts. Come on, we'll be, showing initiative. They'll be like, wow, Lizzie and Charlotte, you sure saved the day poking around in that outpost. Good thing you did, or all those chupacabras would have got back to home base and ate all of us. I don't think that's what they'll say. Well, I'm going to take a look anyway. Feel free to join me if you want to save the university from chupacabras.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, I can't find you. I've got some gooey eyes now. But I've got a hanky, so I will see if I can clean them up now.
Guess it'll be okay if we just look.
Here's a goo. I already do.
The goo.
I'm so down with that message.
Huh. Fear the goo. Written in goo. What goo should I be fearing? Should I fear the goo sign is written in? Maybe it's peanut butter. Humans are allergic, right? Only the ones who hate deliciousness. Nope. I think this is a warning about the same goo it's written in. Can't be that dangerous then if the warner preferred using it over, a pen. Maybe he has no pen. Maybe his pen is goo. Maybe that's why he's so afraid. Because of pen goo. Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's keep going.
Can't go through the doors. Crap, gotta look at the goo.
All the goo.
Huh. That's a lot of goo.
Extraction facility. Still no doors, just goo.
Shitballs. The door's locked. So there might be goodies inside. Eldritch goodies. Look, it says there, extraction facility. This must be where they're getting the goo. We gotta get in there. Why? Because if someone tells me to fear something, I like to know exactly where that something comes from and how to punch whoever made it in the head. Whoop some ass. Besides, it sounds exactly like something that the hottest new occult detective team in New Orleans would do, right? Solving some sick mysteries. Okay. Oh dear God.
This one, that one, this one, that one,
Just pick one.
that one.
Huh. Looks like a diary. Each night, my darling wife, hidden deep in the back room of an Orleansian brothel, prays to her goddess Shub-Niggurath. Keeping the faith, groovy. That we might find a new home, that I might find work much less dreadful. She's becoming too large to convincingly lie that she is carrying a human child, so we must gather our pennies and leave soon. Huh, there's a little photo. Aw, look at her. So pretty, so full of tadpoles. And he is kind of handsome in that, amphibious way. Aw. Why is that aw? Why is that not ew? All the storybooks say that there's no pure love in that between a girl and a frog. Huh. What? April 12th.
What?
April 12th, 1936. Hey, that's yesterday. A new prisoner was delivered for ooze extraction. He claims he was a riverboat captain with a ship that sails up and down the Mississippi River. He claims that there is a deep one refuge situated in Minnesota wherein my people live and thrive, hidden from the university's horrific testing and the government's terrible camps. I shall rescue my beloved tonight under cover of darkness, and we three shall make for Minnesota. I'll miss the radio call-in, and they shall send someone to investigate my squalid concrete prison, but we shall be long gone.
I'd like to say hey to Apricot Droop Fruit, Commander Root, Electric Longboard, Host Giveaway Positivity Bot. Welcome, guys. Thanks for showing up.
Hi!
Positivity bot. We always need positivity.
Positivity Bot's awesome. Never talks, but still awesome. All of our people are awesome, especially Buzz. Buzz is awesome. Also, I love the fact that it says groovy so many times in
I
here
know,
because
right?
it reminds me of Buzz.
Because he
Buzz.
started the entire day with Groovy.
He always does.
Not to mention, it's the whole Shaggy theme that we've got going on, so that's helping too.
Although it is kind of sad that it's 1936 and groovy was not really a word
Yeah,
used
no,
in 1936.
I don't think it.
but
When she says yesterday, I don't think she means yesterday as in that day. Oh wait, I guess she would have to,
Mhm.
because I guess the person that she's reading is the actual person.
Yeah, 1936 is also all across their Miskatonic University sweaters that we've been seeing.
Weird.
She's ahead of her time.
Huh. Looks like the university was keeping this feller against his will, using him to extract goo from folks. But why? Maybe we should ask him. No way. If the university's as evil as this guy says they are, we best keep our mouths shut and do a little independent investigating. We gotta find out what this goo is, what they're using it for, and why they're being such bastards.
Oh, you
But why?
don't want to go back.
Yeah, we gotta go use all the other thingies that we looked
I
at.
want to go back. Can't go back.
You're so mean.
Not for holding delicious pastries.
Fucking shit on my dick. Another goddamn locked door. You look angrier than you
Oh,
should
that's
be.
bad.
Sorry, the concept of, privacy makes witches a little testy.
Groovy, thanks. But this story would be classed as gooey. Fucking shit on my dick. Doesn't make a fucking damn sense. Not one single fucking damn sense.
Gordon Bennett.
Gordon Bennett.
Fucking shit on my dick.
Okay.
Groovy. Whatever, let's find ourselves some keys and F these locks up.
Dead Randy.
Lots of dead Randys.
Monogamy madness.
Alright then. I better sweep this whole room before we move on. That's the detective thing to do.
Didn't sweep the other room entirely.
I didn't want to leave. I just wanted to click on Lizzie. Because I love her. Sexy necromancer. Damsel in decay.
What the fuck? Are those the super rare Dead Randy monogamy art covers? How did he get these? These are ultra banned across all America. We gotta take these. What? Dead Randy, the sexy
Necromancer.
the sexy necromancer. It's this cute little incubus that runs around saving zombie girls after the world ends. And then boning them. The story arc was written by my first coven den mother, Agnes G. Williker. It's a story of how this succubus girl, this purple girl here, wants dead Randy all to herself, but while they're all mutual, dead Randy gets sad that he's not boning mad dames, and him and the succubus girl learn that love should be shared with everyone, not saved for individuals. It's adorable. Why'd humans ban it? Same reason they ban everything. Folks are getting too cheerful. Promoting cultist ideologies, they said. Not sure how love everyone you can and don't be a douche is considered the same as, let's get Cthulhu to F the world up, but whatever. Plus, I guess Dead Randy's pretty rampant in this series. This is hard font to read, by the way. I think that might be part of our problem. Hard to get that love everyone message across in a story about an nymphomaniacal blue midget without getting, vigorous. But the message was so awesome! Completely true to our cult's mantra. And everyone in Chestencook thought us witches were pretty groovy after these stories came out. Preach love and compassion, for the universe offers neither. They put that as our town motto after Miss Agnes wrote this series. Come on, he's got to have the hard copy somewhere. The girls in the coven will shit their minds when they hear what I found.
Made it through the line.
Shit their mind. That is a brand new one on me, guys.
Fucking shit on my dick. There it is, Dead Randy.
Spicy Dimes Magazine. Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer. Harmony Arc. Episode 1, Death of a Deviant. Once again, Dead Randy finds himself expelled from the Incubus Academy of Hell for failing the not looking like a tiny idiot portion of the class. Forever exiled, Randy seeks refuge on a desolate earth destroyed by a mysterious plague that leaves the land barren and all but zombies. Using his powers of necromancy, Dead Randy cobbles together another village made of bones and sinew, drawing zombies from all over the wasteland looking for a place to live. Once populated, Randy affectionately names his new town the Bone Zone.
Oh yeah, I peek a few cute zombie girls in that shambling horde. One-way ticket to the Bone Zone.
Oh my.
Here we go again.
Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc. Episode 2, Damsel in Decay. With the Bone Zone completed and the zombie villagers settled, Dead Randy enjoys a life of carnal luxury. But with hordes of zombies come their arch enemies, the only living creatures left on Earth. That's right. Packs of feral Pomeranians are attacking villages of the Bone Zone, and when one of his lovely consorts are dragged away, it's up to Dead Randy to save her and drive away the feral pups.
Man, he is humping the shit out of that zombie. I'm starting to understand why they banned this arc. Butts aren't supposed to fall off. Oh my god.
Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer. Harmony Arc, Episode 3, Polyamorous Pollyanna. A new visitor from the underworld arrives in the Bone Zone, a salacious succubus named Sally. Marveled by his accomplishments, Sally becomes enamored with Dead Randy, demanding that the pair revoke their demonic job descriptions and become mutual lovers. Shocked at the idea that another demon could love him, and much to the dismay of the hordes of zombie girls, Randy vows to become Sally's boyfriend.
Poor Dead Randy, seduced by the idea of exclusive affection. Like my dead mother always says, love 100 people and 1,000 people will love you back.
Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 4, Trouble in Paradise. After a few months of unrelenting ravaging, Randy and Sally start to become bored of their exclusivity. But while Randy aches to share his love with the rest of the village, Sally demands that he spend his pent-up affection grinding through their turbulent relationship.
Bad move, Sally. You got two folks going against their nature of sharing happiness with the world, desperately trying to keep their happiness between each other. Share it!
Monogamy madness. Dead Randy, the Sexy Necromancer, Harmony Arc, Episode 5. Monogamy? Madness. Finally, Sally and Randy see the error of their ways. After an amicable breakup and promise to remain sharing a portion, albeit a small one, of their love between each other, Randy and Sally tear through the Bone Zone, vigorously loving everyone in their path.
I love a happy ending. I guess the last 40 pages are just meant to, lock the message down. Not quite sure what the zombie butts falling off is supposed to represent, but I'm sure Miss Agnes nailed the metaphor, whatever it is. Okay, now it's just pervy. Well, that was fun. I learned about sharing affection with the people I meet, being kind and caring, and learning not to judge others. Well, and how to bone mad zombie dames. Let's carry on with the investigation.
Designated sleeping area.
Oh, a key.
A key to the holding cell. Let's head back to that locked door and check it out. Success! Now let's find out where this goo's coming from. Oh. What's that? It's a brain. A human one. With holes in it. Don't humans need their brains? Yeah, they do. There's gotta be an explanation for this. The university's stealing brains to extract weird orange brain goo out of them? I mean, why? What's the point? This is probably why they didn't want us in here. 'Cause of brain goo experiments. Yeah, we're gonna have to play it cool, figure out who we can trust at the university, and ask them some questions. Well, Raman's been there a while, and I know I can trust a fellow witch. You can trust a fellow Lizzie? Exactly. That's like half the faculty right there. Besides, I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for all this. We just gotta be careful not to get fired for insubordination or treason or whatever. Come on, partner, let's go do us some sleuthing back at home base.
Okay, so we're going to take our break there because we haven't taken a break in a while. So we will be back in probably about 10 minutes or so. So we will be back. Told you it wouldn't be long. Just so everyone knows, we are going to be cutting it a little early tonight. I don't want to get too far ahead of where Mort's going to be at. She needs to experience this with us because this is just too damn good.
And she will love it.
Yes, she will.
Oops.
Alrighty. So, Charlotte, how was your assignment?
You just clicked on.
Good. It was good. Knocked on the door, waited around outside for a while, no response, came back home.
And you didn't go inside the outpost?
Inside? Oh, no, I didn't go inside. Was told not to, so I didn't. Just knocked on the door and left. Haha, inside. You crazy?
Right. Well, we'll send a team to investigate and search for our missing researcher. Thank you, Charlotte. We had no intention of sending you on an assignment so early.
So, what do I do now?
You return to your quarters and get some rest. Tomorrow you start patrolling the occult science building.
Right. Well, talk to you later, Bob. Looks like we're in the clear, Liz. Damn right. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. But for now, let's get some sleep and start investigating tomorrow. Okay. See you tomorrow, Charlotte. I'ma go pray to Yog Sothoth. See you, Lizzie. Alright then. Is this really what the world looks like? There's like chunks missing. And chunks added.
So there is a little witch that has discovered the universe.
Whoa, stop. Try again. That was like one big mush of words, and I'm not sure what exactly it was supposed to be.
So the little witch had discovered that the university had been harvesting goo from kidnapped prisoners. But what was this strange goo? And why would the university be doing something so dastardly? Just so you know, I had no idea what they were planning. I was just a cute French girl that was vivisecting creepy monsters for the sake of education. Oui? So don't go accusing all of the university for being all dastardly. Some of us were just as dumb as the little witch girl.
Why do you keep calling me the little witch girl? I'm exactly the same size as you.
Our story resumes with our little witch girl quietly investigating the strange orange goo and keeping up with the appearances as security guard of the Good Science building. But what little... Why do I want to keep skipping that? But what the little witch girl did not know that her loyalties would be tested at every turn. I'm
22. I'm a grown-ass woman. Voluptuous, almost.
Almost? Christ, you'd snap in half if you were any more voluptuous.
Good morning, Miskatonic. It's me, Mindy, in the morning with Miskatonic morning announcements.
You just cannot say that word.
No, I cannot.
Miskatonic.
Miskatonic.
Literally, you got like halfway through it. Just, nope.
What is this morning you speak of? It sounds awful.
Okay, did she seriously snag the dead Randy stuff?
Wouldn't you?
No, because I wasn't supposed to go in there.
They don't know that that's what's in there. First off, thanks to our dedicated and highly trained fodder, the Comporium is now hosting a hefty portion of Cthulhu flesh, and all at the recorded cost of only 7 fatalities. Man, I'm getting fat. On to international news. The Miskatonic University's Canadian branches suffering a Yeti infestation brought about by their recent "How many Yetis can we get" series of experiments. I can't tell if that means the experiments were a success or a failure.
Is there a human resources department in this building? Only I'm wondering if the best way to start a work day is by blaring news about a fucking Yeti apocalypse into my head. Call me crazy. Oh, hey Lizzie, how's it going? What you doing? Grime bath. Keeps all that New England atmosphere off so I don't get any extra bits and bobs sticking out of here and there, like the folks here. Secret witchy trick. Want to try some? What's in it? Oh, lavender, rose petals, sandalwood, ambergris, some guy's blood, mushed worms, horse placenta, powdered dog, a small assortment of rocks, bacon grease, squirrel, and peppermint for that tingly, fresh feeling. Horse placenta? Like my dead mother used to say, and nothing gets through horse placenta. She drank a lot. They sent a team to New Orleans to investigate what we found, so we're on errand duty today. I think someone needs your help in the library. Okay, when my grime sleeps in a bit, I'll go see what they want. Thanks, Lizzie.
Horse placenta? She drank a lot.
Oh, Annie, I thought Mrs. Roth did breakfasts.
Oh no. She's off carrying some dopey executive branch for the higher ups, so I'm delivering today. Here's yours.
Who is it?
I don't know if it had a name. See, it's bacon sandwich. I could have asked if you want.
Wait, really? It's like human food?
No, it's a pig.
No, I mean, never mind. Thanks, Annie.
No problem, my love. If you want seconds, come find me. Toodles.
Huh, guess Annie's not made up of 100% pure aggravating after all. How about that? Well, apparently I'm needed in the library. Better get over there.
Oh no, not a Yeti apocalypse. That's abominable.
My question is, why is she sitting?
Buzz is on a roll.
Obviously. You're doing great, Buzz.
You could call it an avalanche.
That joke was a bit of a wipeout.
It was. Hello, Wobbly. Did you enjoy your little bacon
Sorry.
sarnie?
I did, thank you, Annie. What was the sauce on it? It was super scrumptious.
Ah, that's secret English sauce recipe. I smuggled some under my fabulous petticoats. Back home, we simply called it brown.
Ah, Shub, don't tell me it's made out of like shredded freckles and ripped out throats or something. Am I gonna get sharp teeth and purple blood, Annie?
Oh, no. They made brown sauce before the great
Funnening.
It's made out of vinegar and molasses and all that. Tastes great on cooked arse, though.
Oh. What's the great funnening?
When everything got fun. Used to be really boring before everyone went a little nuts. Should've seen me. Old
Playing badminton in my ugly arse white dress.
Playing badminton in my ugly arse white dress, being courted by the local boys in plaid waistcoats and cuffed hair. Oh my god. Coiffed hair. Pims and pickles on the cocktail sticks. Picnics on the weekends at the park. Bus to town every hour. Please and thank you, routines and pleasantries.
Routine and pleasant.
So,
Bloody tedious.
I don't know, that sounds kind of nice.
You should see it now. That bus route, the bus is now covered in spikes and the driver has trades on his roadkill.
Slow down. Take your time and read it.
And
No rush.
And the bus trades his roadkill for the night with the pie maker's brother. The badminton courts are now communal barbecue pits where the whole village gets together and cooks burgers out of the football team from the next town over. The local boys wear nothing but smiles, and the local girls use their white dresses to dress nothing but bite wounds. No bastard Bobby's bopping you on the head for pissing up the wall of the local pictures. We ate them first, of course. There's a lot of fun to be had when you're in it for yourself, my love.
Huh. Well, apart from the cannibalism, that doesn't sound too bad either. Shame about all the cannibalism.
So there was a meme going around Facebook this week about how to cook like the old country.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, here's this, here's that. And the British one was, you boil it and put salt on it. There you go, have fun.
Sounds about right.
It was about right.
Big door, little door. No, no little door.
Big door.
Hey guys, you wanted to see me?
Whoa! I just screwed everything up. Hold on.
Oh, everything's fine. On camera.
Yeah. Oh, witch girl. You wouldn't happen to have any more secrets to divulge.
Let me think. Oh, I discovered I had magic eyes when I was 9, the day I left school to become a witch. I sneezed in class and liquefied my home ec teacher. You have magic eyes? What do they do? Well, I don't have much control over them, but basically I do this.
This again. Fantastic.
Just keep still.
Usually it's harmless, making people think strange things or their limbs a little numb, makes tiny doggos do backflips or babies say their first words. But, occasionally it'll make stuff turn inside out. I guess that's an extra secret for you, Nico.
Well, it's my secret gathering that I need your help with, Charlotte. We're looking to expand the library to house my collections, but the engineering department exploded last night. I need you to find some power tools that'll help us in the library build an extension. You up to the task?
Sure, I guess I can handle that.
Excellent. Try the corporeum. If anyone has power tools in the building, it'll be that French girl.
I can't remember my father's face.
Uh-oh.
The corporeum. I'll go check it out.
What? What are we doing? What?
This stuff.
It can just be put to the side until later.
No.
It doesn't have to be brought to me right away. And then interrupt what we're doing. Ooh, empty hallway for once. And still only one door you can click on.
Oh, hey guys, have you seen any engineers? We're trying to renovate the library.
We still have engineers? I thought they all exploded with that dopey machine they've been trying to build for Yog knows how long.
Nope. There's still a few wandering around campus. Withered as broken-hearted parsnips, the lot of them.
Gotta have filled their shrapnel quota by now. I saw a student, no word of a lie, his entire head cut in half.
Oh shit, really?
Yup. But he was always a little two-faced. Two-faced.
I've heard the engineers use the Ethereum to store completed prototypes. Charlotte, chances are they've got what you're looking for. Thanks, guys. I'll go check it out.
That was us level pun. That was us level pun.
Why are you doing this? Sup, Wallman? How's the science?
Vicious and unrelenting.
Radical. Hey, Jess, I'm told there's some sort of engineering project one of the guys left here. Do you think the library guys could borrow it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. It's over there. Did you find it? It's by some big ugly...
What the fuck? What is this thing? It's like half car engine, half steak, half steel purse. Is this for fighting ultra vampires or something?
Reasons you don't teach here just pile on top of each other.
I have a rock solid lady boner right now. I gotta have one in black to show the coven. They'll lose their shit.
Take it then. We were gonna use it to shut the Ethereum up, but that ain't happening. I thought witches were into herbs and eyeballs and cauldrons and stuff. Why, you're rock solid over that monstrosity.
First and foremost, witches like awesome stuff. Eyeballs are awesome. Cauldrons are awesome. Secret midnight dance-offs are awesome. And the lady boner is awesome.
You are a colossal lunatic.
Thanks, Jess. I'll see you later.
Did she remember her father yet?
Hey, Spooky. Nico's waiting for you in the library. Is that the thing? Yup, glorious, ain't it? If you say so. Looks like something they'd build for fighting ultra vampires. I know, right? Hey guys, I got a thing.
Ah, spooky girl. With the engineers taken ill, we've decided to use the shredded remnants of their department to store Nico's archives. Just until the engineers, start existing again. Yup. We don't need to renovate the library until they restart their technical course, which requires students with arms and or legs.
Does that mean I get to keep the thing?
Help yourself. What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. I just want to look at it.
Well, good luck with that.
Okay, job done. I'll go put this in my room, do a quick patrol, and start my private investigating.
Oh God! Jesus, why? Oh God. Okay.
Here we go. Here we go again.
Let's do these two because I like him.
So, what have you been working on?
The rediscovery of one of the lesser species of youth. It appears to be a form of black, sentient cloud, though occasionally forming a random solid shards or icicles in its core when under severe distress. The Yithians seem to use them as a form of nourishment and humor, torturing them before they inhale the smoke. The odd thing is, in one of the last chapters of
Narcotic.
the
Narcotic. Narcotic.
It's like the word mnemonic.
Mnemonic.
The last chapters of the Narcotic manuscripts, the Yithians write that the clouds communicate in a human language.
I've seen Hyperborean writings describing the human soul as floating black spikes. Funnily enough, sounds like the two might be related.
It would mean that the first pre-human contact with the Yithians was situated in the lush jungles of the Arctic. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think we've got an expedition to plan.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Neither do we.
Oh, Charlotte.
Thanks for help with my archives. Care to add to them with another secret?
Let me think. Well, the reason my hair is like this is so I don't accidentally use my eyes on something. If one of my eyes is covered up, it seems to lessen the effect. Weird, huh?
Yes, I've heard about your magic eyes. May I have a small experimenting? I may have a small experiment for you tomorrow, so don't go poking them out before then. And remind me to build a Charlotte ward for my archives.
Sounds like fun. See you around, guys. Why'd you leave the coven to work here, Rummin?
Well, what's the coolest Shubnarok's motto?
Preach harmony and compassion, for the universe offers neither.
Exactly. I'm trying to make a world a better place because it's incredibly shitty, and that's what these guys are doing, man. But rather than being nice and helpful to our neighbors and creating vaccines and technology and all that kind of stuff, the Miskatonics are on the frontier of occult science, and working here means you get to be a part of the collective of history makers. Trust me, Charlotte, they'll be remembering us when these guys cure cancer, or polio, or
Tentacolitis?
tentacolitis.
Tentaclitis, yeah.
Well, that makes sense to me.
What about you? Why did you decide to work here?
The same reason I became a witch. I really like all this creepy bullshit. Rummin seems to think these guys are on the level, and if I go blabbing about what I saw in New Orleans, I could lose my job. Maybe it was just a handful of nutty folks performing weirdo experiments outside of the university's eyesight. But then again, it was a whole facility dedicated to it with a tunnel leading there and warning signs and stuff all over the walls. No way, this was a legit operation, and I'm gonna find out who's at the top.
So where were you last night? I snuck into your room, but you weren't there.
Oh, you know, just off on a secret mission. New Orleans, hidden keys, dark dark revelations, tragic tales, that kind of stuff. Top secret. Probably didn't hear about it. Wait, why are you in my room?
I don't know. Just for talking. You're pretty much the only person I talk to other than my brother or the lunch lady. And that's usually about, lunches.
That's probably because you're incredibly annoying. Besides, the only thing you talk to me about is trying to chomp my butt.
Yeah. It's a good dynamic we got, ain't it?
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I think she's the only one left.
Yep.
Our school swim team each has a custom made swimsuit for their needs. Their needs, of course, being the
Extraneous.
extraneous limbs or mutated proportions most of them have.
What the fuck is a swimsuit?
A suit that you wear when you swim.
Huh. I'm starting to get the impression the witches are the odd ones out.
They're the only ones naked.
So, how was your internal zombification? Any negative side effects?
Nope, it was a pretty smooth transition. Oh, I did figure out a cool trick as to having my intestines falling out.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Just grab them and rip everything out. Works like a charm. My torso's completely hollow now.
That sounds like literally the worst thing that can happen to a human being. But if a dumb idea works, it's not a dumb idea, I guess.
No, it's still a dumb
It's
idea.
still stupid, yeah.
Did you know our library holds records of every encounter with Yog Sothoth, the horrific god of eternal knowledge in human history? Wow, how many encounters have we had? None! Weird, right? Oh, maybe that's why there's so many goofy fellers around. No knowledge god to give him some knowledge. Huh, that explains a lot.
Really does.
Big door, little door. Big door, little door.
Big
Let's
door.
do it in order, yeah. We don't want to do the thing again. Oh, hello!
Hey, Amy.
Hello, Wobbly Bum. Fancy meeting you here. Indulging in some light reading, are we?
Well, I was gonna check out Tentacle Tactics, a dissertation on regaining control on rogue transmutation circles, but I've lost my appetite for knowledge.
Oh, these white chocolate and sugar pants. I made them. I just made these in the kitchen to write me a poem, you know?
Wow, really?
No. The engineering department exploded, remember? That means I get to pick out.
Awesome, thanks, Annie.
Awesome.
Thanks, Annie.
Sorry, I didn't look at the expression on her face. I was just
Awesome.
like, awesome!
That's awesome. You get to eat dead people.
Woo!
nom nom nom
Nom,
engineers.
nom, nom, engineers.
Feast.
Wouldn't they be a little tough though?
Remember how I did this one? Thanks to our efforts in the corporeum, preternatural medicine has advanced 200 years. New England's mutagenic atmosphere has gone from a cataclysmic Armageddon to a mild mutational nuisance.
When I was a kid, I saw a guy whose face was a butt crack.
Alive and well, thanks to the corporeum.
Alrighty then.
Wait, who had that voice?
I think it was you.
I need to
Or
make
was-
a list.
Yeah, we might need to at this point.
Does-
Like next
you
week,
want
we're
me to do
definitely
it?
going to have to.
Oh, yeah.
Next week,
Yeah.
when it's actually important.
When it's
Does-
not Haven.
Yeah. Does the creative writing teacher seem a little weird to you? Whenever someone answers the question wrong, his eyes start pouring with blood.
The blood thing's a little disconcerting, but when the class starts clutching at their heads and covering their ears to drown out the shrieking, that's what gets me.
Huh. That creative writing teacher is either some sort of banshee or just a huge douchebag.
No, they're really good at their job.
They're a huge douchebag.
How did you survive the engineering explosion? It took out the whole department.
I was in this. I was in the school garage across campus. It's one of the great things about being a mechanic. You don't need to spend a lot of time trying to invent a better wrench.
Because you're too busy overcharging for spark plugs and peeking at pinup calendars? Gotcha. We had a pinup calendar at the Coven headquarters once. And by pinup calendar, I mean a spell of the month calendar. And by headquarters, I mean Susie's house. And by once, I mean every year since I was 9.
I guess door then.
That door doesn't go.
It's gotta be someone from the occult science department who's responsible for extracting brain goo from people. Best to keep my snoop in here for now.
Because
Alright,
that's everybody.
and then next door.
Next door.
Who are these douchebags?
The same ones we had last time.
Yeah.
Alex Kresron?
I remember him because he looks like a hobo.
Yeah, you did him.
How did I do him?
I don't remember.
I think he sounded kind of like a. To me, it sounded kind of like a miner, but I don't remember exactly. I think no, that was a different guy.
That
Yeah, it was the
other
guy with
guy.
the hat.
This is one of those ones that you had all of the parts because they were all guys.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want some help?
Now, I'm gonna take my 2 weeks holiday to go to work on one of the skull crackers. Sailing around relay, gotta be the easiest job the Miskatonic offers, right? This guy's new!
That guy is new.
That guy's gotta be new.
You know why they call it the Nightmare Corpse City for a reason, right? It's because it's a nightmarish city filled with corpses, or a city filled with nightmarish corpses.
They say that about everything. They said that about Milwaukee.
I bet it's a nightmarish city filled with equally nightmarish corpses. But then again, I've never been to Milwaukee.
Yingring sickness, China, causes the victims to see a pair of glowing eyes in place of pitch darkness. Sufferers were terrified of falling asleep, noting that the eyes seemed to get closer whenever they looked away from them. And the worst sufferers saw them even when they had their own eyes closed.
That one sounded like the miner, right?
Maybe.
No, this guy's new too.
No, you've had this guy before. I remember him.
Narcotic plague, Italy. Scriptures and texts were being hidden inside of Italy's most popular newspaper's crosswords puzzle. Those that completed the crosswords were rewarded with terrifying revelations of birth of humanity, most being driven insane by their new knowledge. Knowledge.
This was the one that sounded.
This is the guy that sounded like a hit. Domestic earwig, New Zealand. Simple earwig that claws into victims' ears at night, but makes sounds of horrific, muffled screaming and violence. Sufferers thought their neighbors were literally murdering each other, many trying to save contented wives by murdering innocent husbands. The male population of New Zealand halved over the weekend.
Well, that one wins. The hallway?
Hallway.
Hey guys! Whoa, what's this wriggling meat slab?
That right there's a piece of Cthulhu skin. Charming, ain't it?
Grody. But I thought Cthulhu was like some huge alien god. How do you guys get such a huge chunklet of him?
Well, he might have been a huge alien god, but he's still
Corporeal.
real. We?
I don't know how to say that with a French accent, so
No.
I don't blame you at all.
It is corporeal.
Corporeal.
I can do it like 5 different accents and none of them approaching French.
Funny story. There's a lost underwater in the Pacific called Relay, and that used to act as a prison of Cthulhu. Cultists spent a couple of thousand years trying to get him out of there. But a few years ago, some Norwegian whaling crew accidentally let Cthulhu out of his cage.
As Cthulhu chased their yacht, out of desperation, the crew decided to ram his face with their boat. It caused Cthulhu's head to explode into mushy goo, disabling him. But his head slowly started to reform the moment it exploded.
Smart fella that immediately told the Miskatonic, who now employs a fleet of icebreakers, to continually drive through the mushy remains of his head, stopping him from reforming and destroying the world.
Sounds like a fun gig. What are the Wigglies doing?
They had bumped into the rest of their hosts, desperately trying to reform. Nowadays, our supply ships use small pieces of Cthulhu Fest to point them in the way to Relay.
Awesome. Thanks for the biology lesson.
Smoldor.
Oh god.
People. I heard that the faculty heading to Dunwich in a couple of days need the locals to help build a new portal.
And whenever I hear the name Dunwich, it puts a grin on my face to know that however tough my job gets, at least I'm not a portal diver. And it puts
Oh, shit.
And it puts a smile on my face whenever I give my portal diver's paycheck. Damn shame your job of standing in the hallway ain't so lucrative, huh?
That's gotta be a pretty big paycheck. It's worth a face made out of buttholes.
It's amazing what you'll do for a face full of butthole. Extracerebral sentience seems to be a common factor outside of the human race. Even when decapitated, some creatures seem to function with some control over their actions.
It's a difficult thing to study, at least if you have any qualms about cutting the heads off a diverse selection of adorable animals. I really hope those guys have qualms about cutting heads off adorable animals. All the qualms.
All the qualms. Okay, put down here these two. So, is there anything else I should know about nature and its communal consciousness or whatever?
Yeah. Don't eat carrots. They hate it. Communal consciousness? That's a cool idea. It'd be a lot easier to spread harmony if everyone was connected at the brain. Then again, it'd be a lot easier to infect people with the asshole virus. Probably for the best if we all think for ourselves. How's it hanging, Wallman? What say you and me get out of here, hit the town, grab some street food?
Could go for a foot long.
Awesome.
Please don't encourage the Eldritch Barrier, protecting the western hemisphere of our planet from our incredibly volatile experiments on the original Necronomicon to misbehave.
Aw, sorry, I'm just fooling around with them. What you been working on?
Currently, the effects of applying samples of Necronomicon parchment to heated patches of human flesh.
Oh. And?
The sample of parchment actually scribes the entirety of the Necronomicon's contents directly onto the subject's skin, essentially making a new copy of the book by tattooing the subject's skin. Or, you know, scarring.
And the people you're doing this to are okay with that?
I don't know. That's not my department. Why?
Never mind. See you around, Jess. That experiment sounded pretty nefarious, but nothing about brains and goo extraction. Better keep an eye on it.
Bob's office. With like 17 more people.
Did you hear? They canceled the liberal arts program yesterday. Liberal arts? That's like the study of a little bit of everything, right? Why'd they cancel it? Well, can you imagine studying a little bit of everything here at Miskatonic? Oh, yeah. I guess I would be a little suicidal.
A little bit.
Having a brain composed of ethereal ooze does have its drawbacks. Last night I lost some goo, as it had dripped out off in the rain, and I forgot everything I learned in college. Wow, how much ooze did you lose? About half a teaspoon. But the only thing I learned in college was how to play beer pong.
Huh. These guys have brain goo pouring out of their heads. I wonder if it's the same brain goo as the brain goo we discovered. But these guys have purple brain goo, whereas the stuff I found was orange. Are there multiple flavors?
Orange flavored, grape flavored.
What's up, Charlotte? You're looking a little frazzled.
Nah, it's nothing. Wandering the halls, listening to what folks are working on, wandering more halls. It's a weird job.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you're making us feel a lot safer. We haven't had an incident in the whole building since you've been here. See you around, Charlotte.
That's because most folks are just standing around in the hallways talking about board games and diseases and shit. What are they waiting around for?
You to talk to them? Duh.
Dr. Theris Valentine's might come off as a little apathetic towards the plight of humanity, but he...
Pardon?
I'm over here talking about plight of humanity. Burp.
I'm sorry. It snuck up on me. Blindsided me out of nowhere.
But he gets it. That's what we need at the frontier of the occult science.
He gets it? What does he get?
He gets that sacrifice has to be made both from inside the university and outside of it. It's nice, though, to think that all of humanity needs is a little love and tenderness, cult girl. But love doesn't cure blight pox, does it? Bye now.
Well, I think I just made a breakthrough in my investigation. If Thirst thinks like that, it ain't hard to imagine that he'd be fine with kidnapping folks. And if Minnie's agrees with his methods, maybe other scientists here do too.
She's kind of rude.
Who, Manus?
Yeah.
Are those tender legs or legticles?
That's a good question.
Ah, Charlotte, finished with your patrol?
Yep, all quiet on the Eldritch front.
Awesome. It's getting late and most of the staff took in early, so you can take the rest of the night off.
Great, I guess I better go get on everyone else's body clocks then. I'll be in my room if you need me. Well, I'm no closer to figuring out who's behind the brain goo, but there are a few folks acting suspicious. It might just be dark humor, coping mechanism, but it sounds like some of these guys are fine with gruesome shit happening to innocent people. I mean, it's not like there isn't plenty of gruesome shit happening to innocent people out there already. But that doesn't excuse kidnapping people and collecting brain goo. First thing tomorrow, I'm gonna find out who it is.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Mindy here, wishing you all pleasant and fulfilling evenings, pushing the boundaries of occult science with a little regard for ethics or consequences.
Oh, Shub, don't tell me she does this every night.
And now, everyone's favorite part of the show, Mindy's Muse, giving you cheerful and uplifting stories from around the world. Uplifting in the sense that it reminds people that our precious little university isn't actually a bastion of liquid shit and human suffering compared to the rest of the world. At least, not the worst one. Firstly, there have been reports of sightings in rural Russia villages of strange new supernatural species described as bipedal humanoid constructs roughly 15 feet tall with skin made of thin, clear glass. Strangely, these glass men appear to be stuffed with loose, random human organs, extremities, and entrails. That all appears to be working correctly. Open hearts beat, unconnected intestines masticate, several hands wiggle their little fingers. These creatures will wander silently into local villages, take a person's hand, and walk back to the forest, with people too petrified to protest. Our local Miskatonic correspondent Dave Chumley ends his report form in the personal notes section with, oh God, this is the freakiest shit. Oh God, she just walked away with it. Oh God, one of them has a fetus in its head. Oh God, it's breathing. Get me the fuck out of here. Hilarious. And if you think trained Miskatonic operations being frightened like little babies by walking lunchboxes is fun, reports from Paris states that the latest operation to clear the so-called void from the catacombs of Paris has ended in disaster.
Oh yeah, that god the peanut butter girl worships. Shit's bizarre.
The only survivor.
I really hate that voice, by the way. I really fucking hate it.
The only survivor of the 14-man operation has said that the void once again creeped into the minds of agents, stating that the three that have turned their shotguns on themselves turned out to be the lucky ones.
If you ever do Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I know who I nominate to do Marvin. I have a pain in all the diodes down my left side.
He went on to describe the deaths of the other 10 men to our university liaison.
No, I really hate that voice. Ah! Driving me fucking crazy.
Announcements are annoying.
Especially since she's supposed to be like upbeat. That's why she's like laid back and like smiling.
She looks lazy.
If she was just like, well, that's not lazy. You're doing just monotone, not lazy. Anyway, continue. In what can be only described.
in what could only be described as the puppeted trance, including bashing their heads against catacomb walls, tearing their eyes out and filling their sockets with powder, and simply chewing the flesh off of each other's faces until, in a hollow voice, he told Laison, "Don't come back," and he then proceeded to swan dive out of the French headquarters' second-story building onto the concrete below. From the other side of the world, there have been reports from New Zealand.
You click. Ooh. You click. You
From-
read, you click.
From the new supernatural insect infesting the populace.
Right, the earwig thing. Heard those guys joking about it. I guess she's not gonna stop talking about creepy bullshit. Might as well try and sleep through it.
The creatures seem to care. The creatures seem to carry no physical illnesses, but will
While pupating?
pupating in the victim's ears will generate a muffled sound of screaming and brutality, making the victims believe that their neighbors are viciously attacking each other.
Again?
Thousands of people have already been murdered in an attempt to save imaginary spouses from imaginary violence. Local Miskatonic correspondent Sasha the Basher Combs had to say this.
Had this to say. And you're working out of your monotone.
Just kill her already, I want to sleep. Aw, Sasha. Silly bollocks, there is no her. And talking like that gets you a visit from Miskatonic's in-house sensitivity trainer. She tried to sensitize train me once, back when you were still allowed to flirt at work. I had never done it before, but this cute lad from the literary department said he was uncomfortable when I sat opposite of him with a bowl of spaghetti, stared at him, and screamed, "This could be us," before throwing my head down into the meal. That would have worked in England. Long story short, sensitive training can suck my spaghetti. Man, I still feel the branding iron on my back. The ice water hosing, the bloody speech. This'll learn ya not to be insensitive, she scoffs, whipping hot, dry dock chains across my dangling, broken body. Might as well call it a corpse, the damage on it. Still taste blood at the thought of it. Thought that might be someone else's.
Okay, so I know we're ending early, but no, we're not.
No,
We still have to deal with more of this crap.
no. Anyways, that's why I'm convinced that giraffes are from another dimension. And that concludes Mindy's Muse. We went a little over the time slot, but that's okay. This has been Mindy in the Morning, signing off for the evening. Good morning, Mr. Tonics.
No, we're stopping.
Please, thank
We're
you.
stopping. I am not going to be able to handle that. Okay, so we will be back next week. We're going to do the full episode next week. Again, we didn't want to get way too far into this because Mort's not here. But anyway, thanks for joining us as usual, and we will see you 8:30 p.m. next Friday.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.